oil, they be taking up space. See my broski lose his heart when he was fighting that case. Took so many yells, I'm not going back to those days. I'ma treat you how you treat me, do you like how it tastes? Shawty, use up, can't treat you like my ace. I got way too many problems to be worried, I'm straight. Me and Craig had to watch for the Jakes. On the road, this crazy, I get 80 a show. Say my money, stack it up, it look like I'm foreign cars, driving fast, I never done this before. Yeah, drown out my problems, let me When up and it's magic. With the gang, we ball out, it can get tragic. All we got, we gon' let you have it. Stuck in my ways, think I need to change my habits. What would you do if you were me and didn't have it? Look in the mirror, now I'm feeling like a savage. Tell my son I love him, for him I'ma make it happen. Now my dream's reality, not going back to. You say that you proud of me, I turn my back.
Now, the good news, Coach, is that the winds aren't as violent as they were yesterday in Chicago, but it's still pretty darn cold. To be expected, I guess, for December football at Soldier Field. Just a short time ago, this crowd loud enough to shake the foundations of this nearly century-old building. They are ready for football indeed in Chicago as their guys get set to do battle with the Kansas City Chiefs. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Mike is 59. Mike is 59. I hope you brought your lunch because I'm about to take you to school. Check 52. Hey, ball.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick. But instead it falls down incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Trubisky. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And a good burst there right from the start as he'll get this one out near the 35. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd and
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. Now Trubisky to throw. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. And he'll go down at the 28. That one a first down pickup of 8.
Nice methodical opening drive here. They're already into field goal range. They're in a good spot. You know that people like to take a shot in this part of the field. But at the same time, as methodical as they've been, they might want to run the ball a little bit here too.
And just on the outskirts of the red zone, they have options now. Either way, though, they've come out with a purpose. It's a pickup of 10 and a Bears first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage. Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
And they'll turn to a power game to try to get in. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. Trey Madden his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears.
Bears 7, Chiefs nothing.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Mahomes will lead the Chiefs up 1st and 10 at their own 23. Now a man who really came on late last year, it's Damian Williams. A big play there for KC, 62 yards. Well, welcome to the party. First carry of the game. How about that?
And just think, as far as he's concerned, he's just getting warmed up.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Mahomes going to throw. And that is caught. Touchdown, Kansas City. Mecole Hardman, his 6th touchdown of the season as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. Extra point right down the middle, and we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
Now on 2nd and 13, Trubisky gonna let one fly for Robinson. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Here we go.
So they saw the contact before the ball arrived. Penalty flag for pass interference.
And trying to avoid pass interference is so difficult. You're trying to slow down these skilled receivers, and somehow, some way, they make plays on the football, and sometimes you're there too soon.
They follow up that gigantic gain with the tiniest of pickups, 1 yard. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
I got you, punk.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Reggie Ragland. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Now a deep ball here hauled in just past the 50. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That goes for a gain of 31. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Williams. And he takes it down to the 40 with a pickup of 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Complete, the tight end Kelsey. Only 2 there on the dump off. It's 3rd down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. They complete it to Hill. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. A loss of a yard, and it brings up 4th.
They threw the screen to the perimeter, but to no benefit at all. Tackled behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of yardage.
And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
To be frank, a silly penalty there trying to block the field goal, and that leads to a fresh set of downs. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. So nothing there that time, and maybe you need to look to the O-line. They weren't able to create any space.
No, they weren't, and you know as well as I do, as many offensive line coaches we've ever met, I think that'll be addressed loudly when those guys get to the sideline.
And they're usually loud and big. Throwing on 2nd down. Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
Yellow, yellow. 180. Let's go, defense. Out.
They'll try and run. This is Williams. And he's going to take it into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Chiefs have taken the lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. A tale of 2 extremes already in this game. A touchdown pass on their opening drive followed by an interception last time out.
Now, it sounds like things balance out, right? What's that mythological thing that we do? If you have a candy bar, have a diet soda with it, it balances it out. And we know that's not really true, right? Because the interception, that sting lingers a little bit longer. Got to come out now and put together some nice plays.
Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's Trubisky. This one caught by Ridley. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
Now, that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. Trubisky's throw into the hands of Burton. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
Let's go.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
I'm coming.
Trubisky will throw. going to go down. They get to him back at the 40. Frank Clark make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game watching this offensive line because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working.
Oh, Cohen lost the football, and it's picked up by the Chiefs. And his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line. And in this very cold night air, how much harder, Charles, is it to hang on to that football?
It's a lot harder, and I know for the most part we think about a ball being slick when there's rain or snow, any type of moisture. But when it's cold and dry like this, and it is cold, it's also slick that way because you're not able to really grip it the same way. Your hands are cold, and then the hits seem harder. So, yeah, it's a lot more difficult to hold on to the football, which means you have to emphasize it that much more.
Wind chills right now, 12 degrees. They'll run on second down with Cohen. And down inside the 15 he goes. It's a first down on a gain of 10. On first down, they go right back to Cohen. A great move in there, but it only takes him to the 7. He's dropped there. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice, solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
And he'll be brought down right on the edge of the goal line at about the 1-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
They'll let the fullback try and take him home. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. Trey Madden with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Point after, right down the middle. And we've got a tie game here in a back-and-forth first half. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play call.
It got his man complete. And he takes this into the end zone for a Chiefs touchdown. Robert Foster, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Extra point right down the middle, and the lead is now 21-14. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game.
Yeah, I like your description there. Maybe we're sitting in a nice royal box watching this type of a game. But let's face it, right now, the way it's going back and forth, it's going to come down to who can get a stop.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Here's Trubisky to throw. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 47. Now it's Trubisky. Got a man open. It's Wims. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
They can't stop the franchise.
Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. On 2nd down now, it's Cohen. And the Chiefs D closes in on him again, and they drop him behind the line. That'll go as a loss of 5. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long.
Check 53's Mike. Here we go, here we go. Check out 3.
From the shotgun is Trubisky. And the Chiefs are going to get him. Frank Clark in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So on 4th down, on is the punter, Pat O'Donnell, to kick it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Chiefs will take over at their own 20. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And still plenty of time remaining here in the half, more than a minute. And we'll see if they just want to protect that lead or try to add on to it.
Well, with as much time as is left on the clock, I would imagine it would be the latter. I think they're going to try and add on to it. So what they're going to tell the team is...
Well, Mahomes can't get away, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. To the right side, it's Kelsey. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Mahomes will bring him up 1st and 10, and he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far. Throwing now is Mahomes. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Chiefs quickly now going to use the last of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Here's Mahomes to throw. It's Hill, complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 27 yards there, a first down. With that grab, he now sits at 200 for his career, and maybe more importantly, a first down. Mahomes now closing in on a 200-yard first half through the air. It's 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. Khalil Mack, it's his 20th sack of the season as he continues what could be a record-setting campaign. Sacks a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Mahomes. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Coverage on the play by Kyle Fuller.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Mike Fofo. Yellow. Tighten up, tighten up, tighten up.
Now here's Mahomes. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Ready for the start of the 3rd quarter. The Chiefs have the lead and set to receive the football. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Let's go.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had ability to see what you...
And now nothing but green ahead of him. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Kansas City touchdown. Damian Williams. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. And the Chiefs are able to extend their lead. Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful.
14.
Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And their halftime hole now even deeper. They need a big drive here just to answer the first touchdown of the second half scored against them.
They were down at the half. Now, as you mentioned, they're down a little bit bigger, but no time for discouragement. Just got to get back to it, right? Put your shoulder against the boulder and start pushing and try and get back to where you were to start the half.
So now 1st and 10 in Chiefs territory at the 43. They run. This is Cohen. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was an excellent run. And when you see that happen, that's when you're seeing guys doing their job and then some people doing a little bit more. Offensive linemen and tight ends, they're expected to block. But the wide receivers, all they want to do is catch passes. So when they block on a big-time running play and create extra space, you've kind of hit the jackpot there.
And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Throwing here, Trubisky. Oh, the rookie nearly had the pick. Probably should have had it. 3rd down now.
And now offensively it's 3rd and 10, and I'm just thinking to myself, actors always say, what's my motivation before a big scene? Right now the play caller's thinking, what have I done before that's worked well that I can go to right now?
Yeah, because they were pretty successful. The pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line. Frank Clark has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. The kick by Pinheiro is good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So a good drive there to begin quarter number 3, but they're only able to shave 3 points off the lead.
Well, something's better than nothing. All right, they didn't play particularly well in the first half, but they definitely need them to step on the accelerator now and play a whole lot better.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well.
Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 36. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line.
Well, it's a cold night, and whether you're a quarterback that wears a glove on his throwing hand or not, that ball is a rock, Brandon. You've got to really drive it through the cold and the wind, or it can take off on you, and that may have been what happened there.
The throw on the quick slant going to be complete, and he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. Javon Wims, his first touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Now Trubisky will lead the Bears up to go for 2. His pass caught at the 4. And he'll get into the end zone as the 2-point conversion is successful. So just a 3-point game now as they send this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down. They'll break the huddle. Come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. To throw, it's Mahomes. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Khalil Mack in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. After the sack, things get a little tougher here. 3rd and long for Mahomes and the Chiefs.
Mike, check, 59. You. Mike, 59.
On 3rd and long, it's Mahomes. Looking for his tight end on the corner. It's complete. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And things are starting to move in the right direction. They get the touchdown last drive, then their defense gets them the football back.
Yeah, now they have a chance to get the lead if they can put something together here. I'm eager to see how they decide to do it. Do they want to be methodical, or do they want to take the big strike and go after it right now?
The last run got 9. That leaves them with 2nd and a yard. Again, they'll go ground with Montgomery. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. First down, a run with Cohen. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
On 2nd and 11 now. Trubisky going to let one fly for Robinson. And that going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Trubisky. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. And he'll take this all the way down inside the 40.
Well, Brandon, this is a former first-round pick, and he's been a bit of a disappointment in his career up till now, but he's still got room to grow. And this is an excellent play right here to come away with the football.
So after the INT, here's Mahomes. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Blowing that play up, Roquan Smith as he gets the sack.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Out of the pistol, here's Williams. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
From the gun on 3rd down, Mahomes. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Colquitt on to kick as he sends it away. Oh, he takes it in, doesn't let it bounce. He takes it at the 2. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
The throw over the middle, taken in, and way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A gain there of 21 yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10. Trubisky gives to Cohen. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Trubisky's throw pulled in by Robinson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards there and a first down. That is catch number 300 now for his NFL career. They'll run on first down. It's Cohen. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
You can't block me. 18.
From the 41, Trubisky. And he's taken down. A Chiefs sack. Emmanuel Ogbah just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
On third down, Trubisky. And he's got Miller. And he'll be brought down with a first down as the tackle's made at the Chiefs' 35. Trubisky now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. On first down, it's Cohen. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, that last run makes this a 100-yard night. I've loved the way he's hit the holes. He's been quick, he's been decisive, and he's been a whole lot of fun to watch.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
This has been an up-and-down, back-and-forth type of a game, hasn't it? Maybe this long drive take a little bit of the wind out of their sails, kind of settle things down a little bit.
They'll run on first down. Cohen. And he'll get this down only to the 18. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker, and what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Davis. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively.
Alert! 53.
From the gun on third down, it's Trubisky. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. Riley Ridley, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Bears have retaken the lead. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This will be fielded at the 6. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Chiefs offense about set to begin this drive. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. On the ground, this is Williams. He'll have a first down past the 40. 22 yards there, a first down. Well, with Damian Williams, it's notable that the Chiefs didn't make a play to go after a big-time running back in the offseason. The coaching staff said back in May they didn't want running back by committee. They trusted Williams to be their starter. And Foster loses the football. It's out. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. Oh, a deep ball there on 2nd down, but it'll wind up incomplete.
Finally, a good play there defensively on the deep ball. The secondary has had its struggles this entire game. Offensively, they've had their way with them.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
43! Here we go, D. Get off the field. 59 mark, 59 mark. Nice hit.
Working from the gun. Mahomes has got it to Williams. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. Nice play for Kansas City, picking up the first 18 yards that time. Mahomes now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. So the Chiefs in possession of the ball as we welcome you back. They come up on a 1st and 10, desperately needing a score here on what could be their final drive. A running play on 1st down, and it turns into a fight just to get back to the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
Watch the shit, team. Watch the shit.
To throw is Mahomes. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Partner, you got to like what they're doing right there. Little by little, they're getting closer. Another good pickup.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 5 to this point. They're looking at 3rd in the nose of the football. They find some open field here. And he will take it on in for a Chiefs touchdown. Damian Williams, 31 yards. And the Chiefs are once again going to retake the lead. Point after, right down the middle. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
Yeah, they practice this all the time,
they practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. Back to throw. He's going to let it fly. And he can't corral it. That would have wrapped it up if he'd been able to hold on. Instead, it brings up 3rd down. They try to take a shot there on 2nd down, and that leaves them because of the incompletion. A very tricky 3rd and 10.
And with the time situation, you would expect them to try and get it all in this one play. But there's still enough time that if you can take something shorter, gain some yardage, make it a more manageable 4th down if you need to.
Back to throw. Finding Gabriel complete. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. He's back to throw. It's complete to Robinson. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds left to go. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Here's Trubisky. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And that is caught. But he will come down out of bounds, says the side judge. Incomplete. Allen Robinson, the intended receiver. And it's 3rd and short.
Mike 50, Mike 50.
Trubisky to throw. And that is incomplete. 4th down now, and defensively, Charles, you know, they're just asking this crew for one more stop.
And you know that they're feeling the momentum right now, but they have to be very careful not to get over-exuberant, overexcited, and blow an assignment and give up the big first down.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's not even going to come close to picking up the first. They stop him right at the line of scrimmage. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Chiefs' defense comes up with a stop. The Chiefs' offense about set to begin this drive. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
Yellow.
So this one in the win column for Kansas City, and it was Pat